I cast you out, push you off the precipice. I have no doubt. Finger on the trigger, just say when. Blow away his dust, never see you. I burn into my soul, burn into my soul, burn into my soul, burn into my soul.
Good. Welcome to the Core Racing Series. This is race number 3 at Atlanta Motorsports Speedway. We're going to be racing with Nascar K&N cars. Let's talk a little bit about our sponsors today. Hosts. We have Carl Handwerk and Eric Andrews, the host for this race. Broadcasting is by Death by Miss Media. If you're not following us now, please follow us later. And if you haven't liked it, please throw a like up there. Doesn't hurt you, just click a button. Might hurt me though. Commentator is me, Randall Alvarez, and let's go back over to the format of today's race. Track is Atlanta Motorsports Speedway. We're going to be racing NASCAR K&N cars. Feature is going to be 30 laps, and we're going to have a mandatory competition caution at the end of lap 15. And if there's going to be any other cautions, we're going to actually throw an admin caution, so we don't eat up 3 laps. So we'll just do pole position, piles up, and then backs up into that, or everyone backs up behind him. Also, just a fun note about this course today, what they're going to be doing for the race. We're going to have these guys pretty much, they're going to reverse their polling, so depending on what the leaderboards looks like, everyone's going to qualify for the race, but in this race we're actually going to have whoever's in last place points is going to be in first place, and whoever's in first place for the series is going to be in last place starting. So it's going to be really interesting to see these guys. Pretty much anyone that's got a lot of points have to fight their way through the whole pack, and anyone that doesn't have a lot of points, they're going to have a huge advantage trying to hold and play defense against the more experienced racers. Let's pull up the track real fast. Sorry, not motorsports, Motor Speedway. So starting with the oval, right before the oval ends and goes into the road section, where it is blacked out, it's actually going to extend past that to the gray section, but where the oval ends and goes into the road, we're going to be going in a counterclockwise motion. There's the finish right before the oval ends, and then they're going to cut in, and then they're going to pretty much, these guys are going to be doing roughly about 80, a little less, going through this little road section and then coming back through a little S-turn, and then a small hairpin back onto the oval. And on the ovals, they should be hitting about 170 to 180 if they're doing pretty good. These guys have to be really careful going through that road section. These K&N cars don't really have a lot of downforce at that low speed, so you're going to have an issue where they're going to get a lot of tire hop if they're pushing over 80, 85, and it's going to be really evident just watching their cockpit shake. It's pretty scary, actually. All right, looks like we have 30 seconds left on practice. Also, fun note, let's come over here. Number 41, that's gonna be driven by Willie Everham, is actually that's not his normal number. He's actually doing this in honor of David Gravel, the winner of the Knoxville Nationals. He drives the number 41 car, and Willie's going to be racing with his numbers today. All right. We got 6 seconds. Buckle up, boys and girls. This is going to be a fun one. Okay, grading is going to go ahead and begin. Also fun to mention, we have a Randy Post in the number 54 car. Sorry about the black screen. When gridding happens, sometimes when the car's reset, it blacks out the screen. It's just a habit of the software. There we go. All right, so back to number 54. 54 is Randy Post. He's going to be in first pole position, or he's going to be in the first position right now. He's a new racer to the series, and well, I hope he does well, and we'll see what he's got. Okay. And we're pacing. Looks like Randy's having some issues shifting gears. So they're going to pace through the road course real fast, and I believe the pace car is going to pull off right when they come on the backside of that oval. All right, so our lineup today is going to be Randy Post. Next to him is going to be, or sorry, right behind him is going to be Kevin Foster. And then we have Eric Andrews, Chase Scholda, Terry Condis, the one-handed wonder, my bad, Willie Everham in the number 41, and Carl Handwerk in the number 18. Carl Handwerk driving a beautifully painted Death by Moose Media car. This guy's a wizard. Oh, looks like we have Willie's dropping back there, huh? This guy's a talented car painter. Definitely going to have him paint all my cars in the future. All right. Coming through the road section. All right, we're going to go 3 wide as a just salute to all the viewers and everyone watching. Thank you for tuning in, and please enjoy the race. We will be going live in a momento. All right. Now this race is going to be a tough one, especially because they're going to have to hit that road course in these K&Ns, and it's these cars can take it, but you know they don't really have the downforce, and it's well you'll see right now once they get rid of the pace car and they clear the first lap, they hit the second lap, you'll see a big difference because these guys have to deaccelerate and pretty much downshift 3 gears just to get into that end of that road course section, and then once they peel in there. It's pretty gnarly. All right, getting ready, and we're green. Here we go. All right. Looks like Eric Andrews and Kevin Foster were neck and neck, but he's gonna go ahead and fall behind him. Kevin getting ready to make a jump over on Randy right now. Brake on the inside. Kevin taking that wide and able to pull through on that turn. He shouldn't have enough speed to pull out. Yep, there we go. Kevin just launching into that turn. All right. Now, a lot of people have had a lot of trouble with this exit right here because right after they come out of this little kind of hairpin, they have a huge chance of pretty much spinning out their back tires. All right, let's take a look at everyone, make sure everyone made it through that beginning S. All right, looks like we're all lined up and ready to go. So if I just show you guys real fast, these guys are gonna be hitting 170 to 180. As you can see, Foster coming around with 170, 175, coming around the turn. He's gonna lose a little bit of speed around this corner, but that's to be expected on these corners. But as he's exiting, he's gonna be coming in with a lot of speed. And then they have to deaccelerate almost to pretty much 70. I was gonna stay up there in the 100. And he's keeping it clean too. He wasn't putting too much on that turn, so less tire hop. Yeah, there you go. That's the tire hop I was talking about. If they come in really hot, they're going to be skipping all over the place. And any loss of traction right there, these guys would be in the wall. Looks like Randy coming a little aggressive there. I think he wants to make up that time behind Kevin Foster, but I wouldn't be trying to... Oh, got to watch yourself there, Randy. I really wouldn't be trying to fight him on the internal S's, at least not on the exit. You're going to have a lot of issues over there. You're going to be wanting to pretty much take him on that first corner when you turn into the road course, and then try and overtake him on that pretty much the second turn. If you can't take him over the second turn, you're going to have a hard time kind of keeping up and trying to overtake on those S turns. All right, looks like Carl's getting ready to try and come in and take over on Terry and Chase. Yeah, you see right there, they're coming in a little too hot. Car's starting to shake. Terry, almost, oh! Looks like Randy just spun it out back there. You got to be careful. He's going too fast, trying to keep up with Foster. Terry getting a little close to shoulder there. Shoulder then bouncing straight forward up right in behind Eric. And they should pretty much stay neck and neck right now in the sense of not really trying to pass each other. These S turns are really tough for these cars. And these guys have so much horsepower behind those wheels that... There you go. You can see right there, shoulder just kicking it out and goosing it too much. Carl and Terry are going to take advantage of that right now. Carl going to go ahead and make the 2 jump into third place. Terry's going to try and get right behind him. Eric trying to close the gap between him and Foster. He's running about a 1 second lead on him. No, about a half second lead at most. Looks like there's a ticker error. Hold on. Let me go ahead and toggle that real fast. Showing these +3 laps. Oh, looks like there's an error going on with it's showing Bryson Carl, and it cleared itself. Okay. All right, sorry about that if I lost you guys there. Having some uploading errors right now. Looks like it still doesn't want to kick it out. 1 second. Right, looks like it's showing I'm live, but it's saying the ingestion's all wrong. Give me 2 more seconds, gonna try and fix this on the fly. Yep, yeah, it shows I'm going. I'm still live. My editing screen is apparently having issues, so let's just roll the show. All right, Carl making his way up to second place after that little gap we just had right there. Kevin's still holding strong in first. We have Eric Andrews in third, and then Terry Ray behind him trying to close that gap. Looks like Chase Scholda is all by himself, and Willie is still working back there trying to make his way up. Randy Post, after spinning out, looks like he got pushed all the way back to the 7th position, but he should be able to close that gap, especially when they come up to lap 15, and they do mandatory competition caution just to re-rack everyone and get going from there. Kevin Foster and Carl both throwing out some amazing times during practice. These guys were pretty much within a half second of each other or less, and they're going to try and keep that up. Terry just riding behind Andrews right there. Looks like he got a little too close, had to kick it out wide. That's going to cost him some time and speed. All right. Terry coming in a little hot there. See his chassis just rolling. And they're going to really want to brake real deep. He's going to come into this corner. Oh! Looked like Andrews came in too hot. Luckily, he was able to slow himself down there, and he didn't pitch it past. Should be able to get himself back on the track. Hopefully, Willie and him don't have an issue. Looks like he's back and rolling. Oh, Terry, after getting lucky and having Eric shoot off, he then shoots over. Oh man, dude, you got to keep both hands on the wheel there, man. I understand you're celebrating with a quick drink of beer, but you can't get excited. You know, also when you're racing behind someone like that and then they cut off, sometimes like I wouldn't say it's his fault, but sometimes what happens is you get used to their driving style, and you want to pretty much just stay behind them, and you're following their lines. And then when someone peels off, it's happened to me. I bet you it happens probably to the best of them. They forget their lines sometimes, and so you're used to having someone in front of you and like kind of following him in, and then lining up your exits and trying to do the overtake. But once you overtake them, then sometimes you're like, oh wait, what were my lines? How do I want to enter or exit this turn? Where's my braking point? You don't have anyone in front of you kind of giving you feedback on when you need a brake and when you need to gas it. So what happens is, you might come in too hot, you might come in too short on these turns, and that really makes it hard sometimes. Looks like Carl and Kevin are going at it right now. Carl just trying to close that couple hundredths of seconds. Kevin kicking it over that little bump right there, and kind of his back end spinning out. Oh, not really spinning out, but kicking out a little bit on that straight entering this last S turn. It's an uphill, and it kind of just makes a small little peak. And these guys, their chassis just lift off. They don't really lose all contact with their tires, but you can definitely you can feel it in your stomach pretty much if you're sitting in that truck or in that car. You feel your stomach get a little light, kind of like you got dropped off Supreme Scream in Knott's Berry Farm or any other ride where they do free fall. These guys are neck and neck. Question is Carl going to try and go for the deep brake here? It looks like he's just going to maintain the same braking distance. I think he's going to try and make up some time on these on this internal road course with Kevin up here. Oh, getting a little close to that wall there, man. All right, let's go ahead and take a look on the inside real fast. All right, this is what they're going to be pretty much seeing on that side. So this is a little jump I'm talking about. Kind of feel the chassis lift up and the back end loosen up right there. You got to be careful, especially if you're in third or second gear. You can lose your back end real easily around that corner. You can see him just slamming the clutch right now, shifting up and down, trying to make these corners. Now, a lot of these guys actually race with auto clutch off, so they're having to shift themselves, open up and close the clutch, and they're trying to prevent their car from stalling on those S turns. So it's really tough for these guys, especially in first gear. Coming around that last section where you really can't be on the gas at all, and you just want to make sure that you're able to coast through it. Now we're only doing 30 laps, so these guys should be fine on tires, and they should be fine on fuel the whole way through. I don't really expect any pit stops unless these guys really total their car. Kevin Foster getting a little antsy there. And giving Carl the right of way. All right, let's see if Terry's coming in hot. Yep, Terry's going to be coming in nice and hot. He should be able to catch up to Foster, maybe take that second place from him. Carl running with it now. Looks like everyone is spaced out pretty evenly. We're looking at maybe 2 to 3 second gaps between these guys. Kevin coming out there nice and easy, not trying to make any more mistakes. That's a rough bit too, especially when you're coming into that road course section. You misjudge that corner and you don't brake well enough. Yeah, just the recover time on that, it's brutal. You know, you give the person at least 2 seconds to 3 seconds, and they're gone. Carl coming back into this road course section. Should be followed by Kevin Foster. Hopefully he takes it in nice and easy this time. Still coming in really high. You can see his chassis just bumping there. He's getting a lot of tire hop. Terry keeping it nice and smooth. That racing fuel finally kicked in for him. Yeah, these days these guys are definitely pretty much racing against themselves right now. They have enough space to where it's really hard to get an accurate judge of whoever's in front of you and kind of start following them and trying to improve upon their driving with this amount of space between the drivers. It just comes down to pretty much a mental mind game, and you know who's taking the corners better and who's accelerating out of these turns better. Until the re-rack, these guys are pretty much going to be racing themselves and trying to catch up to the other person. So they need to make up that time of 2 seconds. Or sorry, Kevin is 8.5 seconds behind Carl, and then you have then we're talking about another 4 seconds between Kevin and Foster. Sorry, not 2 seconds, 4 seconds spaces between these guys. But still, you're going to have them pretty much racing against themselves. There's plenty of space. They can't really see the other driver. The moment they come out of a turn, he's going into the next turn. And it's you just got to watch what you're doing, make sure you're taking the turns properly, not wasting any speed on those corners, and not getting any tire hop, because that's going to definitely slow you down and cause you to lose control around those corners. As you can see here, Carl just coming in a little too hot there. And that right there is going to, if Kevin can keep it nice and smooth the whole way through, he's going to gain a couple seconds on him right now. Terry just eyeing Kevin. He sees him. He wants to catch up to him. He just needs to make him to make a quick mistake. Let's go ahead and catch this inside real fast. You can see how close he gets to this upper wall right here. They're gonna diamond out right there and then come in. And you can see his tires just hopping. Car, and it just doesn't have the unfortunately grip to. Whoa! Almost losing it there. Yeah, you got to be careful. Terry coming in a little too hot again, kicking it out into the dirt, man. Come on, you racing yourself here, dude. You gotta stay consistent. Don't push it. Let them make mistakes. You're throwing out good times. Yeah, everyone's still evenly spaced out. All right. Midway through lap 13. Looks like Carl's going to come over for a lap on Randy right now. Let's see if he can do it. Just right there. Randy coming still really hot for that road course. Carl having a nice clean entrance and exit out of that corner. Kevin just, yeah, these guys need to watch that speed. Let's see if Terry can make it around this corner. Yeah, these guys are all pushing it. They're getting right to the edge. Randy pushing out wide, letting Carl take the inside. And you've been lapped. All right. Midway through lap 14. Looks like Randy might be using Carl there as a draft. See if we can get a little closer to him. Maybe gain some speed off of him. Yeah, right there you can kind of see the braking difference between Carl and Randy. Randy braking off way too early and Carl pushing it and pretty much getting to the point where his car's starting to shake, but you know he knows where it's at, so he's not going to really push it past that, but he's going to take it to the limit right there. All right, here comes Kevin Foster. Keeping it nice and smooth, not really pushing himself right there. All right, we're at lap 15. We should be throwing a mandatory competition caution real fast. All right, and there we are. Let's see if he slows down for the caution. Not seeing him slow down. Maybe they're gonna. No. Possibly they decided not to take the caution. I was told that they would be taking one at lap 15, but you know, maybe something might have changed. Possibly might pile up right after this road course section.
The yellow flag is out.
All right, and there we go. Yellow flag's out. Pace car should be rolling out too. They'll probably be picking up this pace car right after the road section. Everyone still catching up. Now, pretty much, once these guys catch up, you know, they're gonna have 10 laps left on the race since the pace car came out around lap 16. They're gonna chew up about 3, so probably 19 or 20, or lap 19 or 20 is when they're gonna have their the release of the pace car. What these guys need to be aware of is, you know, really catching up and ooh, looks like Shoulda shot past. Whoopsies. What they need to be aware of is, you know, this rear rack right here, and not let Carl or Kevin get away and make some distance on them. They need to really stay up behind them, and use this competition caution as a second chance, really, to break past these guys. Now, both Carl and Kevin are going to feel a lot of pressure now. And they're most likely going to be, hopefully, making mistakes so that the guys in the mid pack can capitalize on that. But there's going to be a lot of pressure behind them, and they just need to stay calm and cool and just keep driving the way they've been driving, and they should be okay. If they feel any of that pressure and they let it get to their head, they're really going to have some issues out there, and they possibly, you know, you're going to drop all the way to the back of the pack again, and that's going to be real tough. All right. Looks like everyone's going to be pitting, grabbing some new tires. All right, yeah, it looks like a giant pit party right now. Everyone's going to get some tires. All right. Now, hopefully they grabbed all 4 tires. This is going to definitely be it's going to be a huge help for these guys, especially coming around to this road course section. They're going to be able to push it a little more. They're going to have a little more grip, and they're not really going to have to worry about losing it. Alrighty. Looks like they caught up to the pace car. We're just going to wait for, I believe they have one more lap left on this caution. And they should be good after that. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Sorry about this little lull. We'll get back into the action real soon. This is just a quick competition caution, so we have more action in the last laps of the race. I'm losing my voice here. All right. I believe pace car should be coming off pretty soon. Looks like someone just... Ooh. Looks like Randy just threw it into a wall. Probably in grabbing some tires. Gotta be careful, man. Can't be doing that. All right, last lap of the pace, I believe. Now, these guys are definitely pushing themselves with driving these NASCAR Can-Am cars on this course. You know, they really aren't designed to do this. They are designed for oval, but you know, they told me that they reset up the the car's alignment and also the tire offset so that they would be pretty much completely straight. They wouldn't have any favoring to one side or the other. Send Terry's car real fast. Looks like Terry's dial is upside down there. Terry, you need to talk to your mechanic and get that fixed. Your RPMs, it's all screwed up. Now, I don't know if Terry's working on his own car today, but I know he's had a few beers, so possibly, you know, he just didn't put that dial in properly. But hey, it's rough out there, you know, especially when you're being pinched on time. You just want to throw it in there, and you're like, screw it, I know where the 1 is. I know. I'll just remember that if I go up to 6, you know, I'm about 3/4 of the way. All right, pace car should be peeling off pretty soon here. Looks like Carl's going to go ahead and give it to Foster. He's going to go ahead and drop in the second, get Foster first. That's what it looks like. Pace car is off. And we are going to be green to go. There we go. Terry going to swing out wide to cut on the inside line. Or sorry, Kevin swinging out wide. Terry go ahead and snag in second place from Carl. Oh, it looks like Carl dropped down to 4th and is being taken over by Terry and Chase Scholda. Kevin going and making away with that lead right there. Let's go ahead and jump out to one of the cameras. Terry coming real out around that corner. Oh, looks like Willie needs to watch himself. All right, Carl coming in for an overtake, I believe, on Chase right now. Nope, he's going to go ahead and just roll through these S-turns. Yeah, you got to be careful on these S-turns. You're really not, you're going to be sitting on the clutch the whole time. You're coasting it. Oh, no! Terry reaching over for his beer and losing control right there. Got to be careful, man. Let's going to go ahead and open an opening for Carl and, I believe, Eric Andrew. Nope. Looks like Terry's going to be able to seal himself in 4th place. Carl going to go and sneak by and take that 3rd from him. Kevin's running for it. He's like, this is top of lap 20 or midway through lap 20. I'm going to go for it. You guys are going to have to try and catch me. All right, here comes the moment of truth. Come around this corner. Let's just watch everyone's entrance real fast. They come in too hot. It's going to cause some problems. Whoa, watch out, Eric. Eric definitely coming in hot right there. Looks like Carl. Oh, yep. Chase feeling the pressure from Carl and just going out too fast in that corner. Willie's still coming in real hot, too. Looks like we're going to have Chase and Terry neck and neck. I believe Terry's going to be able to pull away from him right now. Chase taking a little easy, kind of piling up. Willie. Whoa! Carl losing it. Got a little too aggressive there. Whoa, watch out. Looks like Willie just put into the back of Chase, tossing Chase. That's a rough one. Terry just taking it, just trying to get out of there. Looks like Carl's going to have to make up a lot of time right now. He's on lap 21, midway through lap 21. He's got to get through Willie, Eric, Terry, and then he's going to have to catch up to Kevin Foster. Kevin Foster, 11 seconds ahead of Chase Shoulder right now. That looks like my ticker froze up. Just going to have to pop down this one. There we go. All right, coming down the stretch. Terry just needs to stay consistent, not push it. And you should be able to start catching up to Kevin. He's only got a 4 second, almost 4.5 second difference right now. Whoa. Kevin coming a little hot into that corner. You see his back end kicking out a little bit. I don't know if he's trying to put more of a gap between both of them, but he definitely needs to watch it. He's already got 4 seconds. He's almost on 5. You know, that pushing it too much around those corners is really, it's not worth it. You need to really just hunker down and just watch your driving. You know, you start pushing it, you're going to make a mistake and you're going to get knocked back. You know, pretty much what happened to Carl. I think Carl was trying to push it, trying to catch up to Kevin through those S turns, and that's not the place to do it. That section, you really need to just kind of roll through it and be careful. Looks like Willie and Eric will be having a battle real soon, especially coming up to the road course. All right, top lap 23. It looks like they're coming in pretty hot into this corner. No, it looks like they kept it clean all the way through. All right. Eric getting really close to that outside line. Whoa. Looks like Terry might have had a little bit of... Oh, I think Eric just went off. No, he caught it. Looks like he was coming a little hot and almost went off course there. Now, see, Willie likes to get really aggressive there. Looks, he's pushing himself right now. And he's going for the overtake. Pushing Eric to the outside. Carl sneaking in right behind him. Pushing Eric all the way back down to 5th position. Now we got Willie and Carl. Carl right behind Willie right now. I don't think Willie's going to be free. This isn't a free Willie moment. Carl's going to catch up to him, and I think Carl's going to start drafting. And he's going to overtake him on that corner. Carl just sliding past Willie. All right, Terry. Carl's hot on your butt. You need to just ignore the pressure and drive good. Carl's hungry. You can just see it. He's like, all right. I got in front of Andrews. I got in front of Willie. Terry, you're next. Yeah, see, Terry's getting too wily around these corners. He's feeling the heat. Right there. Still coming in pretty hot. All right, it's going to coast it through. Making up some tremendous time. Carl catching up to Terry right there. Pretty much closing a 3-second lead into a 1-second lead. This guy's eating up time right now. Looks like Randy put it into the wall a little bit. Kevin going to take it. Oh, You be careful there. Randy pitching it sideways. And everyone made it clean through. That's good. All right, Terry. You got the heat behind you. Just play good defense. You got this. You got 5 laps to go. I know Carl's going to be aggressive. Put your beer down. Both hands on the wheel. And play defense. You got this. There you go. You know Carl's going to get aggressive behind you. You just need to just hunker down. I know the pressure's there, but as long as you stay on those proper lanes, don't let them get past you, you should be okay. And he's going to try and sneak past right now. Driving solid all the way through that road section. Terry still holding that lead in front of Carl. Now, this is going to give Kevin kind of what he needs to spread out so Carl can't jump that gap. If Terry can hold him off, it's going to allow Kevin to really secure first place. All right, Carl getting ready to make the inside jump. Come on, Terry. Break in. There you go. Don't let him get it. Don't let him get it. Come on. Terry losing it a little bit. Almost had him. All right, now Carl making a good pass right there. Terry getting a little aggressive on the gas. Trying to just take his position back. That's really not what you should be doing right now. Need to pretty much line yourself back behind Carl. See if you can draft on him around those corners, and then come and try and overtake him on that first turn for the road course. Because if you try and overtake him on these S turns or in that road course section after that first to second turn, what you're going to end up running into is you're going to line yourself up bad for the second or third turn, and on the exit or entrance of those turns, you're going to be either too close or too wide, and you're going to have to hit on those brakes and slowly pull through those turns. And if you can't make it past them on those attempts, you're going to lose a couple seconds, and it's going to really cost you the race, or at least your position. All right. We have a 1.5. Oh, look, no, sorry, take that back. We have a 1 second lead between Kevin and Carl. Carl hungry for first place right now. Kevin pretty much unchallenged this whole time, and now the heat's coming in behind him. You see him just whipping past there. Carl pushing pretty much every corner. You can see his car hopping. He knows his limits, and he's trying to get up there. And he's closing that gap real fast. Right behind Kevin Foster right now. Now Carl most likely is going to do what he's been doing. He's going to just coast in behind him, keep it real clean, and then the moment he opens up on that straight, he's going to draft in on him and then just slingshot around him. All right, here we go. What we've been seeing all race. Carl going to close the gap as much as he can. Looks like Kevin is shifting a little better than him. You can just hear those tires chirping. That is scary. These guys are doing close to 180 miles around that corner, and the car is hopping. I would not want to be in that car. Really pushing around this corner, still doing about 80 or 90 miles an hour. You can really feel it in the way the car's moving. Swinging out wide, trying to maintain that speed. Looks like Carl's going to send it a little deep, and he's still not going to be able to make that turn. But I believe on this exit, he should have enough power to catch up to Kevin a little more. Yeah, he's going to stay right behind. Kevin having to play some defense right now. He needs to be real careful on all these corners. He doesn't need to push it. Just needs to stick to his guns. He's been driving great this whole race. I know him and I know him and Carl have been neck and neck with times for practice, but it's different when you're racing behind someone. You can slow them down by playing some good defense, and he just needs to keep doing that, taking the proper lanes, not letting Carl take the inside lanes or take the right apex on that corner. If he's able to block those apexes, Carl pretty much has to line himself up differently and try and overtake him. That's going to cost him time and speed. He might get it, he might not, but it's a gamble for Carl, and Kevin just needs to hold tight. All right, coming to the first turn of the road course. About a half a second behind him. Carl doing the same kind of swing wide, come in, maintain speed through, try and get that speed on the exit. He's going to close it. He's going to close it by, oh my gosh, 0.02 of a second. Now he's at a 200-second gap from him. And he's going to try and close it some more. They got 2 laps to go. At the rate he's going, he's either going to be neck and neck on the finish or he's going to overtake him. This is real close. Some amazing driving by Carl right now. All right. You can see his back tire right now. How close Carl's getting. I think Carl's going to go for the slingshot. He's going to take the high line. And I think Kevin should be able to hold him off. Yep, he's got him. All right. Now it comes down to who's braking better. Whoa. Foster braking a little hard there. We're on our final lap. Looks like Carl was trying to just hold still. Oh. He's going to goose around that corner trying to catch up to him. Let's check in real fast back here, see if anyone else is having any battles. Nope, looks like we have Kevin and Carl going at it. All right, Carl putting a lot of pressure trying to either take the inside or the outside. Kevin playing some great defense. Like I said, holding his lines. He just needs to keep taking the right line away from Carl, pushing Carl to really push his car either to an outside line that's not going to help him on the exit or an inside line where he's going to have to slow down real fast for the entrance. And you got to keep playing that defense. And Carl's going to do what he does. We're just going to try and cut in on the inside a little bit, swing out. Now he's going to try and draft behind Kevin. He wants to maintain that spacing. He doesn't want to lose him. So if he's going to take the high line, he's going to have too much force on him. Kevin keeping both hands on the wheel, one eye pretty much checking up his mirror right now. That's you want to be looking ahead of you, but you also want to be glancing in that mirror, making sure that Carl's not coming in to do an overtake. And we're finished. There we go. Great. Carl's sending it. Oh, man. There we go. We have Kevin in first place, Carl Handwork in second, and Terry Condas in third. That is some great driving from those two. Looks like Terry's going to blow all the way through right there. Let's throw up some results right now. Alrighty, let's see who we can bring into the booth today. Let's go ahead and start with third place, Terry Condas.
Out of there, dude.
Oh,
I fucking
sorry
stalled
about
it.
that.
Like, oh my
I
god.
just pulled you out. Do you need to put you back to finish your conversation?
No, go right ahead. How you doing there, Moose?
I'm doing good, dude. Some great driving today. You made some mistakes, but you're able to pull it through and pretty much clear up those problems.
Yeah, the Camel pulled it through here. I was pretty happy with the way the race went. Had a little bit of luck. I screwed up Chase there, but you know as it goes.
It
Chase,
happens.
we'll just say it as you would. Chase should have kept it on the track and not pulled off. Kept on going. He would have had
Exactly.
that podium.
Yeah, should have kept it on the track. Yeah, no, he was definitely feeling some heat behind you and just couldn't keep it going. So
Yeah. Once I pulled back on the track, I think I scared him a little bit. I don't even know how I lost it there. I should have been up 10 seconds on that, but I
It
made a mistake.
happens. Yeah. I definitely saw you feel some heat from Carl coming up behind you. I was hoping you play a little bit better defense against him, but it looks like Carl was able to pull ahead of you there.
Yeah, going into one, I really didn't have much for him. I tried to pull back in on the inside and screw him up, but I just have
Yeah.
nothing through that 1-2. I mean, they got me there all day long. There's nothing I could do to anybody.
Yeah, I was watching that. It was really tough for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Too bad I couldn't do nothing to impress you.
No, you did a really good job, man. You definitely had some rough patches there, but you're able to pull ahead into third place. So I think that's a definite improvement in the sense of having I believe you spun it out on like two corners, right? Or you went wide
Yes.
on the road section on that long kind of hairpin. And
Yeah,
you're
I've,
able to
I've
recover
put it
there.
out there a couple times. Luckily, I didn't loop it. I actually lost it when I pulled back out on Chase. The motor actually stalled on me. I had to restart it and pull back out.
Ooh. Yeah.
So
Are all you guys running clutches, or who else is running auto clutch? Are you guys all just running manual?
I run full everything. So I got a heel toe to downshift. I run full setup. I think Kevin also does. I'm not sure, but I do run paddles. I don't have a shifter.
Right. And it makes sense to honestly run those paddles. Having a shifter is really tough, especially for like a racing rig setup.
Yeah, that'll be the next step though. That's gonna be the next thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna crack open a beer for you. Congrats on
I,
third place, and let me go
I
ahead and pull some
appreciate
other
it.
guys in.
Yeah, it was difficult out there with that old one arm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, you gotta keep both hands on the wheel when you come around those corners, man. I know you want to
Oh
look
man.
cool for the ladies, but
Yeah,
when you're
yeah, you
out in
gotta
the
keep that
dirt,
one on the window.
just pop down the mesh, hang out, gotta feel the breeze.
Uh, yes, sir. Uh,
All
whew.
right, man. Always a joy.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
You got it.
Bye.
All right. Let's see if we can pull in Carl real fast. Oh, sorry. And hey, Carl's booth. You copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Dude, you were a shark out there. That was some gnarly driving. Even from starting in last place, pretty much, you were just eating up the track behind these guys.
Yeah, it was a good run for the first half there, and I got through everybody. But I figured, a lot of people didn't have that much practice on the track, and once they got 15 laps in, they'd be a little bit better. So, and I think that's kind of what helped out Kevin for the second half. He got a nice jump on the restart there, and I kind of fell back a little bit, and then obviously made the mistake, getting spun around there, so I had to run him down, for a second and third time, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tough track, and these cars, it's like driving a freaking pogo stick.
Yeah, they're
A
not
pogo stick
designed for
on
that.
ice. No. It was crazy out there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but you were, I guess you could say the experience on that track and driving those cars. A lot of those guys weren't used to taking those cars over a road section and through a couple S's and hairpins, and so that really gets tough for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, like I know some of these the K&N, they run them sometimes on like the actual road course, like maybe Watkins Glen or Sonoma, ones that are actually designed for road courses. I mean, these are kind of like the hybrid road courses where
Yeah,
you're going on the infield of an oval, so that's where it gets a little sketchy. It's more along the lines for like a maybe not an IndyCar series, but like a sport bike series. So not really for these cars. Obviously, as you've seen,
yeah.
I mean, just driving behind Terry, I could see his front end like lifting off the ground, going over that bump in the infield there. It was funny.
Yeah, I honestly, when you guys did the re-rack, because I would say probably the first section of the race, it wasn't boring, but it was a lot of I would say single player racing. These guys were racing against each other to close those time gaps, and it's really tough, especially when you start spreading out by 4 seconds. It gets
Exactly.
it gets
And
hard because you don't have someone in front of you to kind of drive you, so you have to drive yourself into taking good lines and to really pushing the limit.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, it could be a situation like, for instance, me at the end there, I had, once we got restarted there, I made that one mistake and I had to run him back down. If you have a lot of experience on the track and you have some practice down and you can run the track well, then you can close some gaps. But if you don't have that much practice, you make one mistake and you're just kind of driving by yourself. That's why I think the competition question back and everybody back up together, it gives you something to shoot from. They're glad this one's out of the way, and the other road course for the year may be getting switched up by Eric sponsoring it. So this may be the only one and only road course they have to duel.
I don't know. I might sponsor a course. Just throw a wrench in the mix for you guys.
Feel free. You'll piss some people off. Feel free.
I want to see you guys do some Indy racing.
Don't worry. I'll bring the fear of the moose back out.
Oh yeah. All right, man. Well, anyone you'd like to thank for the race?
Just the usual, the usual suspects. Thank everybody that came out here and helps keep this series going. It's definitely fun and good group of guys. And obviously, thank you, Death by Moose Media, putting this out there on YouTube. And I know we got some. I know I got some guys watching, and I'm sure some of the other guys got some people watching too. So it's fun to kind of throw our names out there and just race around, like I said, with some good guys.
Yeah, you guys are a great bunch of guys, and I'm excited to see where the series goes.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks again. We'll get you next Sunday.
You got it. Go ahead and let Kevin know when we're pulling him in.
Will do.
And here comes Kevin Foster.
Can't believe I won on a.
Hey, Kevin, this is Booth. Sorry for interrupting your conversation.
Oh, you good?
All right, dude. Amazing defense. You pretty much held first place the whole race. What do you have to say? Because I'm a little lost for words right there. Because you were driving by yourself. You're holding up your the front end real well, and then you had the shark coming up behind you, Carl, just just trying to close that gap. And then when he caught up to you, you pretty much you held your lines. You made him try to take positions to overtake you that really weren't the greatest, especially through those S turns. You really don't have any power, and you don't have room to really goose it in. So, you're either going to throw it into the dirt or you just have to wait to try and overtake you on another section. I think you did really good on playing defense there.
I appreciate that. Yes, Carl is, top notch, and in the infield, he was way better than I was.
Mm-hmm.
But through the, Atlanta turn 3, 4 on the front stretch and turn 1, I was beating him.
Yeah.
But then through the slower technical part, he was definitely much faster, and it's pretty much single file through there, so he didn't have much opportunities, and I just couldn't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Going through there, and it was just, I did everything I could, and hats off to him for coming from 5 seconds back to run me down, and he raced me clean, and man, this feels good to get a win.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Like I said before, you held the front really well. Especially on those insides, like you can't really make a pass. Like you can try to make a pass, but it's almost you're putting yourself in a bad position either on the entrance or the exit of that turn. So as long as you're able to hold the right line, the other person has to make a mistake, and they really can't push past you. So you did a good job, especially once you start to get into the oval. Playing some good defense there, not letting him get around you. Not even though he was trying to draft off you and trying to cut in on the inside a little bit, or maybe deep brake before that first turn to the road section.
Mm-hmm.
You really didn't let him get past you, which is really good to see.
No, it's I'm not a road course guy, and just the last few weeks we ran a few road courses together, and he's taught me a lot, and man, I'm so thankful for my team. I just want to say thank you to my beautiful wife. She's downstairs. Thanks to her for letting me do this, and man, it's I won. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can. I'd say go grab a cold one and go celebrate, man.
Woo! Yes, sir. And thanks for everyone. Thank you guys for putting it on. And remember, if you guys are watching, please click the subscribe button, give that thumbs up down there, and thank you for all you do as well.
Thank you, and thanks for tuning in. Dude, see you next race, and hope you pull it off again.
All right. See you then, bud.
All right, later.
All right, later.
All right, and that's it. You have our top 3, which is, once again, Kevin Foster, Carl Handwork, and Terry Condas. These guys are driving real good tonight, and hopefully they keep it up the rest of the season. I want to see Randy Post and some other guys like Willie Everham and Eric Andrews catch up to these guys. Also, Chase Schulda needs to get up there. These guys are all great drivers. Some of them have, their where they're good at and where they're or they have a lot of rough patches to keep up with. But, you know, put a little more time on the track. I think these guys can do it. Yeah, Carl's a beast out there, but as you saw, Kevin held first place on him. They can do it too. You guys just got to put a little more time in and work together to take him out. I'm just saying, just push him around the course a little bit. You won't know. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys, and hope everyone has a great evening. And tune in.